My mother had the most beautiful teeth. They are my first memory. Long and white, bared in a ferocious grin under the full moon, while she told me the story of how I came to her. When I was too small to remember anything at all, my mother stole me from a man and carried me deep into the forest. She did not steal me out of love, she said. She stole me for revenge. But whenever I asked what needed revenging, she touched my face with her long fingers and whispered, "Because you are my baby." My mother tried to teach me everything she knew. She was a remarkable huntress. She could drop elk and bear as if they were made of grass. Sometimes she slid into the lake without a ripple and returned hours later with a monstrous fish locked in her jaws. But I was soft. My fingers had no claws. My teeth could not even crush rabbit bones. She taught me to dig, to climb, to live inside tree roots and shadows. I failed at all of it, so she dug a warm burrow just for me and lined it with leaves. As I grew older, Mother spent longer and longer away from me, listening to the forest. I accused her of leaving me. She told me she had not left me at all. She had left the forest for me. Then she said that if I became silent and sincere, I would always hear her. I was too angry to listen. I ran from my burrow, swearing I would find the end of the forest. For days I stripped leaves from trees, threw stones at birds, and ate berries until I was sick. I hurt the forest because I wanted the forest to hurt without me. Then I heard voices. Not Mother's wet, earthy whisper, but high, sharp voices like mine. I crawled to a clearing and saw 4 creatures with soft hands, round faces, small teeth, and no claws. They were men. One lifted a long object with a wooden handle and a shining tube. In that moment the forest went silent. No deer. No rabbits. No bears. The men had stolen the forest from itself. I whispered for Mother, but she did not answer. So I ran. A boom split the trees, and pain burst through my shoulder. The men chased me through brambles and stones. Then a deep rushing filled my ears, like birdsong turning into a river. Mother erupted from the trees like something older than the world. She struck the men one by one. Red rain marked the dirt, and the forest began to breathe again. I ran to her, smiling, but she screamed at me. "See what you have done. When you hurt the forest, my heart bleeds." She lifted me by the throat and told me more men would come. Then she opened her palm. "For eyes," she said. "And the heart of the one who shot you. Eat." After the fever from that terrible meal broke, Mother told me the truth. She had once been human. Alone in the world, she lived quietly in a tent in the national park until the law dragged her out and locked her away. When she was released, a guard offered to drive her back to the forest. Instead, he took her to his house. He trapped her. He hurt her. He broke her bones. And he put a baby in her. When I was born, Mother died. The man dumped her in acid and scattered what remained among the trees. But then she heard my cry. She heard my need. A song called her back from death. Mother left to stop the men who were coming into the forest to search for the dead hunters. Summer bled into fall, and she did not return. When the first snow came, I knew something was wrong. I listened every night, silent and sincere, but heard nothing. I grew thin and sick. My breath came in sharp, painful wheezes. I crawled to the mouth of the burrow and ate snow. Only when I was too weak to be afraid did I become truly silent. Then I heard her in my dreams. "I am coming," she said. "I am coming because you are my baby." I woke cold and wet beside her. Mother lay against me, breathing fast. Blood seeped from 100 wounds. The exposed bones of her face were crushed, but she smiled without opening her eyes. I heard your song, she whispered. I begged her to stay. She told me I only needed to see her one last time. She had killed everyone who would harm me. Then my beautiful ancient mother drew one shallow breath and lay still. I stayed with her for days. When she began to stink, I left. A hiker found me, and men gave me their version of the story. They said my real mother had been a homeless woman in the park. They said someone tortured her, tried to dissolve her body in acid, and tried to dissolve mine too. That was why my scars made me look like a monster to men. They said the creature who raised me was only a mad child abuser. But I know better. I adapted to live among men because animals must adapt or die. But I am not adapting anymore. My mouth is changing. My teeth are growing long and white and beautiful. When I become silent and sincere, I hear mother waiting in the forest, because I am her baby.